He sat on the edge of the bed, staring blankly at the wall. My thoughts were jumbled. My head was buzzing with the incredible discovery. My wife Linda seems to be cheating on me. All the oddities in her behavior that I had noticed lately began to form a complete picture. Our marriage had long been falling apart. We had grown apart, becoming strangers under one roof. But I never thought Linda would resort to adultery. Though, what else can you expect from an aging woman whose only entertainment is gossip with girlfriends and trips to the fitness club? Apparently, she wanted some thrills on the side. I was particularly alarmed by yesterday's incident. Linda set an alarm for 3:30 a.m., which she had never done before. When it went off, she grabbed her phone and locked herself in the bathroom. She stayed there for about 15 minutes, and when she came out, she didn't even flush. The question is, what was she doing? And recently, Linda suddenly changed the password on her phone and started carrying it with her everywhere. I used to always be able to take her mobile, but now, fat chance. Something is definitely fishy. I bet it has something to do with her new colleague, Michael. He moved to our backwater from New York 6 months ago, and since then, Linda has been acting weird. "Why aren't you sleeping?" My wife's sleepy voice snapped me out of my thoughts. "Your insomnia again?" "Something like that," I grunted, just tossing and turning, thinking about eternal things. "God, your quirks again," Linda groaned. "Philosophize later, I want to sleep." And she turned her back to me, making it clear that the conversation was over. "Well, well, sleep for now, unfaithful wifey. Soon you won't be able to sleep. I will definitely get proof of your cheating, and then you'll be in trouble." I spent the next few days pondering my plan. I desperately needed to get my hands on Linda's phone to snoop through it. But how do I pull it off if my dear wife never parts with it? A lucky chance helped. On Friday evening, we stayed late at my friend Paul's place, celebrating his housewarming. Linda was bored all evening, yawning and glancing at her watch. Finally, we started getting ready to go home, and then I noticed that Linda had left her purse in the kitchen. Bingo! "Honey, I think you forgot your clutch at Paul's," I innocently informed her when we got into the car. "Oh, damn it," Linda swore. "Okay, wait here. I'll be right back." As soon as the door closed behind her, I dove for her bag. Well, what do we have here? Phone, keys, makeup bag, pads. Ew, gross. Taking out the mobile, I dialed our wedding date with trembling hands. Linda's standard password that she thinks is secure. Contact established. Time was short, so I went straight to the messenger. God, how many unread messages from Michael. Opening the history, I immersed myself in reading. With each line, my eyes grew wider and wider. It was worse than cheap romance novels. "Baby, I miss you so much. Can't wait for our meeting. Mikey, I'm on fire. I dreamed about you all night, so passionate and insatiable. Babe, I want to repeat what we did last time. You were amazing. Do you think he suspects anything? I feel like hubby is giving me the side eye." "Forget about him, sweetie. He doesn't deserve you. Soon we'll be together, and to hell with everyone." I felt sick from the sugary words and vulgar hints. There was no more doubt. Linda is fooling around behind my back, and apparently for a long time. What a lying skank. And she's really good, since she managed to lead me by the nose for so long. What really did me in were the intimate photos that the lovebirds generously shared with each other. Linda in lingerie, Linda topless, Linda in stockings and garters, Linda in the shower. Damn, Michael was boasting about his junk. Yuck! Disgrace. What a blow to my ego, to my masculine pride. Taking screenshots of the most revealing moments of the correspondence and photos, I quickly forwarded the compromising evidence to myself. Then I somehow erased the traces of my presence in the phone and put it back in the bag. Now I had irrefutable proof of the affair. It only remained to use it correctly. I didn't sleep a wink all night, turning the revenge plan over in my head. I wanted to scream, smash the house to smithereens, pounce on Linda with my fists. That's how much anger was raging in me. But I restrained myself. Revenge is a dish best served cold. The fact of my wife's infidelity hurt me deeply, but it wounded my pride even more. Like the ultimate sucker, I didn't notice anything while my dear wife was having fun with another man. She made a complete fool out of me. Oh no, I won't let her get off scot-free. Linda will pay for this. After tossing and turning until morning, I waited for my wife to leave for work. I took the day off myself, citing a migraine. As soon as the door slammed behind Linda, I rushed to the computer. I created a new email account and started working magic in Photoshop. Fortunately, I had the time and desire to get revenge in full. By lunchtime, the collage of frivolous correspondence and obscene photos was ready. I had to cover the most spicy spots with black squares. I didn't need any more problems with the law for distributing porn. But it was quite clear anyway. With vengeful pleasure, I sent this compromising material to all of Linda's work contacts that I found in her address book. I can imagine the uproar that will arise in the office when colleagues receive such a postcard. Surely many are aware that Linda is married. I wonder what the gossips will say now. I sent a separate letter with a portion of the spicy stuff to her boss. With particular relish, I described how his subordinates are engaging in debauchery during working hours, and even using corporate email for their love affairs. Let him take a look at what kind of personnel he has working for him. Having finished with the mailing, I felt a grim satisfaction. The puzzle came together. Linda wanted thrills on the side? Well, she'll get them. But that's not all. I have one last ace up my sleeve for my unfaithful wife. I spent the rest of the day obsessively packing Linda's things. I mercilessly threw her clothes, shoes, cosmetics, trinkets into suitcases. Mentally, I kept replaying the scene of exposure in my head, imagining my wife's shocked face. It would be a sweet moment of triumph. When the packing was complete, I took the suitcases to Linda's mother's house. She was surprised but didn't ask questions. We never got along particularly well. Curtly saying that Linda would show up soon, I drove away. Nothing was holding me here anymore. Returning home, I opened a bottle of whiskey and waited. My head was buzzing from the alcohol and anticipation. Somewhere in my chest, resentment mixed with gloating ached dully. How could you, Linda? Why did you do this to me? Never mind, today you will pay for everything. Around 8 in the evening, I heard the sound of an approaching car. My heart skipped a beat anxiously. The show begins. I walked to the door, arms crossed over my chest. Linda appeared on the threshold, disheveled, tearful, with smudged mascara, an enraged fury, not a wife. "You bastard!" She pounced on me right from the doorway. "What the hell did you do? The whole office is in an uproar. They shoved those obscene photos in my face everywhere, whispering behind my back. I nearly died of shame." "Oh, really?" I smirked. "And did you think about how I felt when I found out that my dear wife is whoring around with a colleague? You know everything?" Linda turned pale. "But how? How did you find out?" "It doesn't matter. Tell me, how long have you and Michael been having an affair? Judging by your touching correspondence, quite a while. And how often do you show him your charms? The photos are something else. They even turn me on." I didn't recognize my own voice. It was oozing with such bilious sarcasm. Linda recoiled as if I had hit her. Angry tears welled up in her eyes. Her lips trembled. "What, can't handle it, you bitch?" "That's right. Drew, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It just happened. Michael is so persistent. He literally bewitched me." "Shut up," I barked. "I don't care about your excuses. You betrayed me, humiliated me, trampled me into the dirt. But it's okay. I paid you back in kind. Let everyone know what you really are, a whore and a liar." Linda burst into sobs, clutching her heart. "Wow, what an actress. Only now you can't fool me." I looked at her and felt nothing but disgust. "Pack your bags and get out," I said through gritted teeth. "I already took your stuff to Mommy's so you wouldn't linger here." "Drew, I'm begging you, let's talk," Linda sobbed, trying to grab my hand. "Don't be so hasty. I'll explain everything." "We have nothing to talk about. You crossed the line. This is unforgivable. Now get out of my sight before I throw you out by force." Linda ran out of the house, sobbing loudly and slamming the door. Good riddance. I collapsed on the couch, finishing the whiskey straight from the bottle. That's it. Finita la commedia. The curtain is down. The actors can be free. I caught myself thinking that I didn't feel the slightest bit sorry for my ruined marriage. Was it even a marriage? Just a pathetic parody of wedded bliss. In recent years, Linda and I had simply been tolerating each other out of inertia, not daring to make radical changes. Her infidelity was the last straw. Of course, I won't deny that the news of the adultery was a painful blow to my ego, but it also provided an excellent reason to put an end to an obsolete union. So, in a way, Linda herself pushed me to take decisive action. It would have been a sin not to seize the moment. Having emptied the bottle, I grinned darkly. Well, my unfaithful wife got what she deserved. She found out what it's like to be humiliated and disgraced. We're even. Now she'll think twice before jumping into someone else's bed again. As for me, I will start my life with a clean slate, without deception, without cheating, without fake feelings. I've had enough of dishonest relationships. From now on, I'm on my own. Maybe someday I'll meet a woman who will value and respect me. And if not, to hell with it. Better to be alone than with someone you can't trust. Sprawled on the couch, I lazily pondered the vicissitudes of life. Yes, today my personal revenge fest definitely went well. The sweet taste of retribution will warm my soul for a long time on cold, lonely evenings, and for some reason I didn't regret my actions one bit. Linda wanted thrills? Well, she got them, in full. I hope this story will teach her a lesson. The moral of this fable is, don't ogle other men if you don't want to end up with nothing. And remember, everything has consequences, even a small, dirty secret. With this philosophical note, I dozed off, lulled by fatigue and alcohol. The last coherent thought was, tomorrow a new chapter in my life will begin, a chapter in which there will be no place for lies and betrayal. And then, let the chips fall where they may, we'll see what happens. Did you like this story? Let us know in the comments what you liked. Subscribe to our storytelling podcast. Also, don't forget to like and ring the bell so you don't miss more interesting stories. See you soon.